Good evening, this is Antigonus Gaming, back with Final Fantasy VII Remake, Chapter 17, Deliverance from Chaos, Part 1. We are in Aerith's old bedroom from when she was captive by Shinra the first time. This is where she lived with her mother. There's like a kind of uncomfortable looking metal bed. There's a couch, a small like red looking rug. There's like a metal dresser looking thing in like a desk, and then just some other boxes and little tables, and then there's a weapon in a chest over here.
Maybe you should rest a little longer.
Tifa, we got the whole team in here, plus our new friend Red 13. We just got a new staff for Aerith from the chest.
I don't want you to push yourself. We're all worried.
Aerith is standing in front of like a big bright painting or something that she drew on the wall with her mother years ago, so we're going to talk to her about it.
My mom and I stayed here years ago when I was just a little girl. The room looks exactly the same.
So then she walks over to the picture she drew.
Every morning,
it's bright,
they'd come
flowers,
and take my
plants,
mom away.
animals,
I remember
people.
crying here alone.
Aerith, before we break out of here, talk to us. There's so much we don't know.
She looks down. She's thinking about what to say.
A descendant of the ancients. That's pretty much it, really. Oh, but just so you know, that's not their actual name. They called themselves the Cetra.
We who were born of the planet, with her we speak, her flesh we shape. Unto her promised land shall we one day return. By her loving grace and providence, may we take our place in paradise.
You know it.
Yeah, well, honestly, I thought that part was just a fairy tale.
Shinra thinks it's true. They've been searching for the Promised Land for a long time.
And they must think you can lead them to it. Can you?
Nope. Someday, maybe, I'll find it in me. But now, not even if I wanted to.
Even if you could, that land belongs to to you and your people. Shinra's after it because they believe it's rich in Mako. Mako they've got no right to claim. But they'll try to take it anyway, won't they? Greedy bastards will never stop. Okay, new plan. Y'all take Aerith and get the hell out of here. Me, I'm gonna go bust some Shinra heads.
Barrett, wait. You can't do that.
And the ghosts start flying around in the room.
Oh, great. These assholes again. Probably some Shinra science experiment.
Whispers. Perhaps best described as arbiters of fate. They are drawn to those who attempt to alter destiny's course and ensure they do not.
Like capital D? Destiny?
The flow of the great river that is the planet, from inception to oblivion.
And you're saying that that flow is somehow fixed?
Yes, for it is the will of the planet itself.
So if we're destined for a bleak future, these Whispers will try to keep us on that course? Now wait just a damn minute. How in the hell can you possibly know any of that? Spouting that cryptic stuff, which could all be bullshit.
I always find that comment funny.
Rat or dog?
I'm not a rat dog. When Aerith reached out to me, I found this knowledge of the Whispers.
Listen to me. Please.
Aerith,
Flying around her. Now they're really focused on Aerith.
The Shinra Electric Power Company isn't the real enemy. It started with them, sure, but I promise you, there's a much bigger threat. I just want to do everything in my power to help. All of you. And the planet.
Aerith, what are you not telling us?
They're swirling
I'm
around
lost in
her
a
now.
maze, and every step is taking me further from the path. Every time the whispers touch me, I lose something, a part of myself. Follow them, the yellow flowers.
You see a flower. She's, shows an image of her holding one of those yellow flowers, and the petals fall, and then it shows the ghost flying at her.
It's okay.
And Tifa pulls her out of it.
We'll find a way out together.
Okay.
And then the ghosts fly off. But they're actually called whispers, so we'll be calling them whispers from now on. So now the TVs suddenly, a couple of TV monitors in the room suddenly turn on, and we walk up to them. And Mayor Domino's going to talk to us for a moment.
There you are.
And hey, Wedge is here.
What are you doing, man? Hey, guys, long time no see.
Wedge,
You're here?
you shouldn't be up and moving.
I'm feeling much better thanks to Elmira's cooking. But that's not what I wanted to talk to you about. Listen, any moment now.
Boom.
What was
The
that?
big-
An explosion?
The room rumbles
Running
there.
the show this time. They're raising hell to try and flush out the president. This complicates matters. That explosion just now put the whole building on high alert.
So now we're trapped in here?
No need to panic, little lady. See? You can still move freely within Hojo's laboratory. Find a way to the roof. An avalanche chopper will come to extract you.
HQ's bailing us out? I doubt it. Not after all the shit we've pulled.
I asked them really nicely. Like super duper nicely.
Thanks, Wedge.
Just get to the roof, okay?
And Wedge is still hurt, so he's, grabbing his chest where he's, got some injuries.
I didn't ask him to do any of that.
Yeah, well, I'm glad he did.
I'm gonna still chew him out for it later.
So we've learned about Aerith's past. We learned that the ghosts are are an entity called Whispers, and they come out of the life stream, and their goal is to try to maintain
And we can use the same elevator that Hojo
maintain
did.
the continuity of the planet. So essentially, they're course correcting entities that at any time something that goes against the will of the planet happens, they will show up to try and stop it from
That
happening.
elevator. Was it this way?
Yes, his odor still lingers.
Like when the Whispers injure Jesse and Wedge to make Cloud and Tifa go with Barrett to Mako Reactor 5, well, that's because in the original 7, Cloud and Tifa go with Barrett to Mako Reactor 5. So you can see that they're trying to keep the events of the game as close to the events of the original 7 as possible.
What happened here?
All right, now we're on the second level of Hojo's lab.
Where did they go?
The pods are on fire,
Stinks in here.
and there's damage in the lab.
There.
Now what do we do?
One thing we can.
So Barrett and Red are going to try to move the garbage out of the way to let us go back to that elevator. And we've got an eye view of from the monsters. And a bunch of those weird black and red humanoid monster things we fought in the underground lab are back.
Someone's picking a fight.
So we're going to have to
Give
fight
one
them.
already.
Way ahead of you.
So these the unknown entity things are literally the same things, the humanoid things with the tentacle in the back. They got the black and red skin. They use lightning magic.
Let me handle this. There's no escape. There.
Took him out. Barrett and Red throw the piece of debris out of the way.
Nice job. What?
Barrett's holding him out to like give him a high five, and Red high fives him with his tail.
What the hell, Red?
So, you know, it's kind of like, come on, what? So, you can see that Red 13, not exactly the friendliest, most trusting creature. So there's like a break room next to Hojo's room that has like a bench. We're gonna sit down on it, heal up. And then we're gonna go back and we're gonna go up that elevator. The break room goes to like a secret combat sim that has a bunch of end-game combat challenges in it, but you can't do that until you got New Game Plus. So we're gonna click on the elevator. It's like in a circular metal room, and you can see the tube going up. Hojo's lab actually encompasses floors 65 through 68. So we're on floor 66.
Let's go.
Right.
But floors 67 and 68 are both huge. They're taller than what you'd consider to be a single floor. And Cloud, staring down, sees a black feather fall to the ground, and black feathers represent a one-winged angel, which is Sephiroth. So we get up to the next floor, and this is the 68th floor, the restricted level.
Hojo's treasure. Shinra's dark secret.
What I wouldn't give to burn it all down. But we need to get to the roof.
So we're on a walkway, and when we look down, there's other walkways below us, and the bottom is so far down. There's all this green mist. There's a huge pillar in the middle that's all these pipes wrapped around it, and it goes up to a huge pod on the top that's hooked into the ceiling that has a walkway around it, and it's on top of like a giant device. And there's 3 major walkways that extend out. We are on the main bridge, which goes down to Hojo's lab, his regular lab, which is like a recreation of the original lab from the original 7. This is a new area. This is the final dungeon of the game. So we're gonna walk along this path and head towards this pod here in the middle. Our goal is to just move right around it and go to the elevator that takes us up to President Shinra's office, so that we can get on the helipad behind his office and escape from an Avalanche helicopter, because Avalanche HQ, who Barrett had a falling out with, is going to try and help us out to get out of here. So we can see Jenova. She's like a headless alien in a human form. Jenova had the ability to transform into people. She's missing her head, and she's got all these tubes plugged into her. She's in this huge glass pod, and again, it extends down way down. Like this big research restricted area is much taller than a traditional floor or two of a building. So we're zooming in on Jenova. We can see that it's like a body of a female form, but it also has like these weird other like alien body parts sticking off the back of it.
What is that?
Jenova.
Cloud suddenly having his headache. He's seeing images of Sephiroth, and Sephiroth himself is descending down.
Mother, together we will reclaim our world.
He's having somewhat of a flashback to when
I'm sick of this.
of some of the stuff that happened in the past.
Sick of all of this.
We'll see more of this at the very beginning of Rebirth. got a picture of Tifa walking with Sephiroth's sword, but she's in like a cowboy kind of outfit, which is what they used to wear back in Nibelheim, where they lived. And they can now see Sephiroth too. It's not just Cloud anymore. This isn't the Sephiroth that only Cloud can see. Cloud's like steadily walking forward.
Is it really you?
Sephiroth is, you know, just giving him kind of a smirk. Cloud grabbing both hands on his head. The hallucination effects are in full effect. He's grabbing his arm. He's in pain. He's doubling over. He's still slowly moving forward.
Don't deny me.
And Sephiroth decides to be a troll.
Embrace me.
And then Cloud draws his sword. He moves forward. He cuts the bridge. The main party falls down except Cloud.
A touching reunion.
And Sephiroth gives him one more troll comment before he knocks him down. Cloud flies off the bridge, and now we see Hojo, who's in like a
Very, very good.
room with a bunch of computer
And
monitors
thus is the
watching
hypothesis
everything.
proven correct. I can only hope you will continue not to disappoint.
So, I'm not going to spoil too much, but Hojo has this scientific theory that underlines all of his research, and I won't say that much about it, because it's a key part of the plot, but he will mention it from time to time, and it will become more important as the plot goes along, and it underlines his research and a lot of the actions that Hojo's taken over his life. He's in his 60s. He's been involved with Jenova for decades. So we've fallen down to the bottom, and we're like on the first layer of walkways above the very bottom. On the bottom, we can see all of these experimentation pods that are like hooked into the big console in the middle that extends all the way up to the ceiling that Jenova's at the top of. We're gonna pull a lever here to open up to pull some test pods out of the wall. And we're gonna hop across them. These pods have some of those unknown entity things inside, but not all of them are defective to the point that they can break out. But some of them are. So we're gonna walk down the like path down to the bottom, and we're walking by all these. So they're like white pods that have like a metal black cap on the top. There's like a window in the front, so you know Hojo or his scientists can see what's going on in the bottom. And then you've got the, you know, classic danger, you know, yellow and black striped paint around them. You know, don't touch it. And there's just tons of these things. You know, he puts humans, he puts other life forms, machines into them, and he injects them with all kind of biological data to try to create experiments, see what happens. You know, all sorts of inhumane, disgusting, you know, type stuff. Okay, now we got ambushed by a couple mono drives, no problem. Take them out real quick. So
Not bad.
Run up this little path here that's like to the side. And there's nothing here, so we just keep going. You know, we're navigating through all this junk. And, you know, along another pathway. There's a materia back down here, I think. I think it's like a poison materia. For some reason, it's not letting me pick it up. There we go. Was it saying? Yep, an orb of poison materia. I'm not sure how helpful that would be for the remainder of the game. I think there's maybe one more boss that I can use it on. Use poison on. So, Red 13 has joined your party as a guest member. He'll fight alongside you in battle, but he is not a controllable character. He will not appear in the main menu, and his equipment and other settings cannot be changed. Yeah, Red 13 was one of the characters they saved for Part 2. So in Part 1, you get 4 of Cloud, Barrett, Tifa, and Aerith. In Part 2, they brought in Yuffie and Red 13, though Yuffie gets her own little DLC in this game as well.
Where are the others?
Like a side story.
Let's go.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to talk over the content. And then Sid and Vincent are the 2 characters that will be introduced in Rebirth that will be playable in Part 3. So, you know, you gotta save some characters for each part to try to incentivize people to purchase, right? So, alright. A red arrow icon indicates that Red 13 can traverse by leaping. If you are unable to reach a pod control panel, try using triangle to have Red 13 help. So Red 13, because he's like a canine, can like crawl along
we can get
the
to the other side.
I may be able to do that.
So
you sure?
he jumps up and jumps along, and then there's the levers on the other side. And so we're gonna jump across. Once he does it, the pods come out.
Will this do the trick?
So now we're in the first ward. The drum has 4 research wards that do different things. We're gonna have to clear all of them to get to advance out of this dungeon. You hear Barrett's voice. So you clear the first ward automatically, and then we'll have to go through the other 3 after some stuff happens. But the first thing we're going to do is fight our way through some enemies. We've got some mono drives, some of the blue mono drives that we fought as part of that quest with Aerith way back in like Chapter 8. The ones that can put shields up and require you to use magic on them. Except, you know, they're nowhere near as powerful now as they were in that quest.
Take the lead.
You know, that was a classic case of taking an endgame enemy and turning it into a mid-game mini-boss.
You don't mind.
So, we see that there's a robot that's not currently active, and also there's more of these unknown entities that are, you know, Hojo's mutated humans in test pods in this room. It's like a square room. We got a few test pods. We've got a robot that's sitting on a platform that's turned off. And then just other stuff you'd see in a lab. Big boxes. And, you know, there's like medical stuff along the side of the walls. And then, you know, other just storage containers, pipes. You know, just the kind of stuff you'd see in a scientific research facility. Now some of the unknown entities have broken out. So... maximum fury on this thing.
Come on.
So this is a mock unit. It's like a robot that's got like sword arms, but it doesn't have legs. It operates on like a ball that can roll around. And the ball has like blades roving around it, so if you go up and attack it straight up, it actually hurts you because you're getting hit by a blade. It's moving very quickly. The only way to stop the blades is to stagger it.
It's on you.
Weak to lightning, as all robots are, but it has a really high amount of HP and defense. So even like using Thundaga isn't enough to just do it. And when you get it down to a low enough amount of health, the blades won't operate as much. But yeah, Barrett just died there. He got hit by the strongest attack by it head on.
You okay?
Red 13's helping us out as well.
Don't overdo it.
You know, he does fight. He'll use some of his skills.
Hey, you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
If you say so.
So he'll heal on
Guess
rare
we're out.
occasion. He'll also
the
use
plan?
his Stardust Ray.
First, we find Tifa and Aerith. Then we head for the roof. Should be an elevator somewhere. Didn't expect any of this, but we just gotta roll with it. Come on, let's go.
So we're gonna have to navigate through Hojo's lab now. You know, he'll periodically call in over the intercom to taunt us, because that's the kind of villain he is. You know, we're up on a... Get out of the first ward, the gate closes behind us. And we know it's the first ward because there's a big 0-1 sign in front of us.
The door seems to have locked. No going back.
Get Cloud's twin stinger weapon from a chest that's just sitting there. We go to cross over to the middle, but the bridge is collapsed, so we're gonna have to have Red 13 go across the way again.
All right, now you're starting to impress me.
And a bunch of the monsters come out to get Red, but then somebody throws a bunch of pods down, and it's Tifa
We got him.
and Aerith. They high
Yeah,
five.
keep it up, y'all.
Barrett gives him a thumbs up. Tifa gives a thumbs up back. Aerith waves.
Don't move an inch. We'll head down too. Be right there.
Huh? I can't hear what you're saying.
I think there's something over there.
So, the girls are in like a room that's got like a force field around it, but there's a computer device that that Tifa's standing at. It's got like it says PHS on it, and it's got like a yellow light and a red light. And there's like a button we can press, and we got one on the outside of the room as well. So these devices let us talk to other people at other ones throughout Hojo's like facility here. So we're gonna have Cloud hit the button and turn it on so he can talk to Tifa inside. The light turns green, letting us know it's turned on.
Cloud? Can you hear me?
Yeah. You okay in there?
No need to worry. We're fine. But what do we do now? I don't see any way out of this room.
Can you all hear me?
Hojo.
So, tell me, how are you finding the drop? You know it's filled with the most advanced technology in Midgard, if not the entire world. You should feel honored to see it firsthand. You'll also have the opportunity to take part in a rather ambitious experiment of mine.
What?
When all the pieces are in place, I will open the door to the third ward. Perhaps you can help me with the necessary preparations. Given that you're already in the perfect position to do so, I look forward to data both invaluable and instrumental.
Necessary preparations? What the hell is this asshole talking about?
Can't we just ignore him and keep going?
I'm afraid not. If I know Hojo, he won't let us out until we indulge his request for data.
He said something about a ward, right? I'm pretty sure I saw a door to one upstairs somewhere. So, you want to check it out?
Switch parties. So we're going to switch back and forth between Cloud and Barrett and Tifa and Aerith. Currently Red 13 is with Cloud and Barrett. So we're going to have to switch back and forth as we split up and explore the different parts of the lab. I'm going to do that right now, and then we'll play for a couple more minutes, and then that'll be the end of part 1. I'm going to hopefully be able to get through the rest of the lab portion in part 2 as we explore the other three wards and we head on up. and then the back half of my, you know, will be just the boss fights and stuff to close out the chapter. So we're going to switch parties now. So we're going to switch over, and we'll be controlling Tifa in this.
You two will be on your own.
In this chapter.
Careful.
Thanks. We will.
We'll be waiting right here. If anything happens, anything at all, you call us, all right?
Roger that.
Hey, you think Cloud's doing okay? He's been acting really weird lately. More than usual.
True. But it's Cloud. I'm sure he'll be fine. But what about you, Tifa? How are you holding up?
Huh? Oh, I'm fine.
You can see she's not super confident about saying that. So we're going up to the next level. We see the third ward. It's a door that has
I
the
guess
numbers
this has to be the third
03
ward, right?
painted
Think
on front
so,
of it.
but it looks like the door's locked.
There has to be something we can do. Let's look around.
Gotcha.
So there's like a break room over here that has a couple of pods in it, and then it also has, you know, some of these specimen pods, though they're that have varying amounts of fluid in them. There's a vending machine, so I'm gonna buy 3 mega potions, 2 ethers, and I'm a little low on Phoenix Downs. I'm only down to like 22, so I'm gonna buy 8 of those. We'll use the bench, and then that'll be it for this video. So, you know, we learned about Aerith's past. We got into Hojo's lab. Hojo's trapped us, so we're gonna have to fight through all of his experiments. Thank you for joining the video, and we'll be back soon. So, you know, if you like the video, give it a like, give it a comment. I want to hear what you all think. So let me know, and we'll see you soon. So, you know, have a good evening, and you know, this is you know, and we'll hope to see you soon. So thank you so much, as always, and if you like the video, like, subscribe, comment, let me know what you think. You know, I'm still figuring everything out on how I want to do different styles of presentations. So let me know. Have a good evening.